Google best franchises for women, you'll see the same list everywhere. Travel agencies, cleaning services, beauty studios, kids education centers, maybe a boutique or two. And honestly, it's not just repetitive, it starts to feel a little manipulative. A lot of these lists are written by companies trying to sell something to women. And this doesn't just happen to women. They use this tactic on men, minorities, veterans, and other groups. We've covered that previously, so click the link above if you're interested. But the patterns are the same. They lean on this idea that women should choose soft or nurturing businesses. They wrap it in this empowerment language so it sounds supportive, but really it's just a sales script. The same way some franchises market to veterans by saying, "You served your country, now serve your community," as if that emotional appeal means the business itself is a good deal. So when I see these best for women lists, my first reaction isn't inspiration, it's skepticism. Because I'm a woman and I don't relate to any of those businesses at all. I have kids, but I would lose my mind running a business that involves other people's kids all day. I get my hair cut maybe twice a year. I do not have a passion for keeping homes beautiful. I can barely keep my own house organized most weeks. So when I see companies claiming that these are the perfect franchises for women, I kind of roll my eyes. Not only is the category narrow, it's borderline insulting. Women are not one personality type. Our careers, ambitions, and strengths are not a one-size-fits-all, which made me start to ask a different question. Who are these lists actually written for? Because they don't reflect the women that I work with every week. So I went back through our data to look at what women are actually buying when they become franchise owners. And the results were nothing like those lists. When I looked through the women that we've personally worked with, about 25 of them over the last few years, sure, a few bought those traditional recommended businesses, but most of them didn't. Let me give you a few examples. So Liz, she co-owned several Jersey Mike's locations with her husband. They knew the franchise world well, they had seen the good and the bad of it. But Liz is an introvert. She didn't love sales. What she did love is structure, efficiency, fixing systems that aren't running well. So she wanted something with high income potential and growth opportunities that didn't require her to be out there selling every day. She ended up buying an established CertaPro Painters resale. It was already profitable, it had a sales staff in place, and gave her a chance to come in, streamline operations, and expand. She's already planning to buy out the nearby territories from owners who are nearing retirement. That's a great example of someone who didn't pick a franchise that matched a stereotype. She picked one that matched her skill set. Then there's Carrie, who came to us thinking she wanted a fitness franchise or something like Crumble Cookie. Totally different directions. Through the process, she realized she wanted something service-based and more community-oriented. She and her husband ended up buying Blue Moon Estate Sales. Background was in mental health and behavioral work, and her husband was active duty military. What they found is that estate sales let them help people during that emotional life transition, maybe moving down to assisted living, downsizing, or handling a loved one's belongings. It's compassionate, community-based work that also has strong business systems behind it. Then there's Nina, who was in product marketing and tech before she was laid off. She was married, had a young child, she wanted that flexibility and didn't want something that tied her to a storefront. So she bought Voda Restoration and Cleaning, a franchise that helps homeowners and businesses recover after floods and fires. It's not glamorous, but it's needed, profitable, and scalable. And she gets to use her project management skills every day. Tasneem is another great story. She's single, no kids, comes from a real estate background, and she wanted something where she could lead a team, but still work remotely. She also didn't want to be going inside people's homes. What she ended up buying was WSI, a B2B digital advertising franchise. She sells marketing services to other businesses, works from home, and loves that it combines her creativity and leadership without being chained to an office. So these are 4 very different women with completely different personalities, backgrounds, and goals. None of them fit into the typical 4 women categories. And let's talk about some industry facts too. According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, women now own more than 12 million businesses in the U.S., employing over 10 million people. And in franchising specifically, women make up about 30% of franchise owners, a number that's grown almost 40% in the last decade, according to data from the International Franchise Association cited in a report on Franzi.com. Even more impressive, a franchise business review study found that nearly a third of women-owned franchises do over $1 million in revenue, and close to 90% of those owners say that they genuinely enjoy running their business. All that to say, women aren't the newcomers to franchising anymore. They're a huge part of it and a really successful part of it. Most of those top franchises for women lists floating around online are stuck in time. And kids education, cleaning, or wellness franchises can work well for some people, but they're far from the only solid options out there. Here are some categories that women rarely see recommended, but absolutely should consider. Kitchen and bathroom remodeling, maintenance and repair services like plumbing, electrical, or HVAC, pest control, pet care and grooming, real estate and property services, decks, fencing, or outdoor lighting, flooring, painting, or closets, and senior care. There's others as well. And nothing about these businesses says men only. They're just systems that need smart, reliable, organized operators. If anything, many women bring a level of empathy, attention to detail, and operational follow-through that makes them incredibly successful in these industries. A few other things to keep in mind. Some franchises actually offer discounts or incentive programs for women-owned businesses. It's not super common, but still worth looking into. Also, don't be afraid to explore industries that feel unfamiliar. You don't have to be a painter to own a painting company or a contractor to own a flooring franchise. That's the whole point of franchising. You buy into a proven system with training, marketing, and operational support already in place. Most of the time, these businesses actually don't want you to have any experience in the industry. What matters most is finding a business that matches your goals and how you want to live your life and what you want that to look like, not someone else's idea of what women should do. And that's where women often have a huge advantage. They're usually great at balancing complex systems, managing people, and spotting inefficiencies, which is exactly what franchise ownership requires. So the next time you see an article titled Top Franchises for Women, take it for what it is, a surface level list written for clicks. There isn't a single franchise category that women are inherently excluded from. The best franchise for you isn't on a list. It's one that aligns with your strengths, your lifestyle, and the impact that you want to make. And honestly, that's the whole beauty of this whole industry. There's room for everyone, whether you want to own a painting company like Liz, an estate sale business like Carrie, a restoration company like Nina, or a digital marketing firm like Tasneem. If you want help figuring out what that looks like, that's exactly what we do here at Franchise Inspectors. If you're ready to start narrowing it down, head over to franinspect.com and fill out the short form on our site. That's the easiest way to connect with us and start exploring what could be the right opportunity for you.